Morning folks, it's Mel from Stocksbridge Guitar Tech. I'm here today with a little lesson for beginners on string bending. And a lot of people struggle with this when they're first starting out and they want to play lead guitar. So I'm just going to give you a few quick tips today on how you can develop this string bending skill. So let's go to a close-up and I'll show you some little exercises you can use. When you first start learning how to bend these strings, make sure that you're using at least these three fingers, your index, middle and ring finger. Don't try and just bend using one finger because you'll find it really difficult. And what I would suggest you do is just work around a pentatonic scale for now. So I'll choose A minor pentatonic starting on the 5th fret. And with this we have a stretch of 3 frets, then 2, then 2, then 2, then 3, then 3. But if we think of this as all just being 2, but then on the high E and the B string and the low E string, we're going to bend up to that one. So instead of playing, we're going to play. So just practice bending up that half step. Do the same on the high E string. Now you will find you have to apply a little bit more pressure on the high E and then do the same on the B. And then just every now and again check yourself. So play that note and then bend up to it. Sorry. You can also do it on the 3rd string, the G string. That would give you a bend up to here, which is the blue note in the blues scale. In fact, you could do this on all strings, but those will actually fit against, if you're playing against, say, a basic blues backing track, a 1-4-5 progression. You can play some lead and just substitute these where you use the pinky finger with these bends instead, these half step bends. So that's the first tip. The next tip I can give you is the index finger is rooted here on the 5th string. But if we drop it down 1 fret to the 4th, then we can bend all of these notes up a half step as well to get to these 5th fret notes. This would be a bit more difficult though, because you'd technically only be using your index finger for this. So that's something to maybe work on later on, but instead of playing this, we could bend up there with the index. Also make sure that you're using your thumb as an anchor. Don't have your thumb down here. You need to anchor your hand with your thumb when you bend. but we can bend all of these up 1/2 step, and so we could go. But just do small steps at first, like these 1/2 step bends. Once you've sort of cracked that and you're fairly confident with these, then you can start working on whole step bends, which is bending up 2 frets. So from here to there. And you can check this by checking the note against this note here. So when we bend this note on the 2nd string at the 8th fret, we should get the same note as this A on the high E string. So you will be able to hear if you play them both together. So you can obviously hear that that's flat, it's nowhere near. Getting a little bit better. Almost there, but not quite. And you should be able to hear a kind of a pulse, a beating that will stop when both notes are the same. Same note. And again, you can do this exercise on all strings. So here you'd bend the 3rd at the 7th fret to get this E note here. And again, remember, I've got used to doing it now with just single fingers, but when you're doing it at first, at least use your 2 middle fingers. And you'll also hear if you overbend. Right there, I've gone too far. That's where I need to be. And eventually, it seems like hard work at first, but if you practice this just 5 minutes a day, eventually it will become sort of second nature. And you'll just be able to do it because your fingers will know, the muscle memory in your hands will know how far you need to bend that string to make the correct note. And then obviously once you've got this, it's a question then of just playing some little licks and trying to combine them. So a very common lick used all throughout blues and rock is to bend this G string on the 7th fret up to this E, and then play the E on the 2nd string, and then roll that onto the high E string and play this A. Okay, and then finish it off by bending the 2nd string at the 8th fret up to the A. You'll hear that riff everywhere. Obviously it will be played at speed, so. But that's a very, very good exercise to start with, because it gets you it gets you bending that G string up to that E from the 7th fret, and then it gets you bending this 8th fret up to that A. You can stick a bit of vibrato on the end once you've got the hang of it. So that's a really useful exercise there. And then of course you can make up your own riffs once you get to that point. You can play that. Sort of play it in reverse almost. And this is how we start building up lead guitar solos, just based around that very basic minor pentatonic scale there. And then once you're comfortable with these whole step bends, then you can try later on going for the wider bends, the tone and a half. So bending, for example, this note on the 9th fret up to here. So you're bending 3 frets. And then once you're there, it's just a question of keep practicing it and discovering new ways of incorporating this new skill you've learned, string bending, into playing basic solos. So you can use, for example, the A minor pentatonic, or you could use the A minor scale. And just every now and again throw in a string bend here and there. So instead of playing this note to this note here, we can bend it. Now again, that takes a little bit more practice. You need to build the strength up in your fingers before you can start bending with one finger. So I wouldn't advise doing that. If you're very, very new to string bending. Stick with bending with the ring finger supported by the index and middle fingers. And anywhere that you see in a scale where there are a distance of 2 frets, say, like there, that's where you can use the bend on that middle note. Same there. There. So it's just a question of practice and building that finger strength up, and you'll be flying before you know it. So that's the basics of string bending. Just take it slow, work with a simple pentatonic scale to start with. Just practice half note bends at first. You can even play the minor scale, but instead of using the pinky, then here, sorry, so there's lots you can do with this. Just use your imagination and your creativity, and then once you've got the basics down, like I said, just start coming up with your own riffs and combining the bends with other techniques like slides. So you might slide this one from there to there, but then bend this one. Or vice versa, you might slide this down and then bend this one. And practice that little blues lick. That's basic string bending. So there you go, guys, just a quick little lesson there on string bending basics. As ever, if you found this video at all helpful, I would really appreciate a like, a comment. If you want to ask me a question, I'll do my best to answer for you. Please do subscribe, share, comment, like, and remember to click the little bell notification. But that's all from me today. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for another lesson very shortly. Bye for now.